Hey everybody, this is Blaine from Next Level Timing, and today we're going to do a video on just getting started for maybe your second race, and you're just curious about what all these informations and statistics kind of mean. So let's switch over here, right into the application, and we are going to set up a quick race, and we're going to run it in demo mode. And essentially what that means is we're going to have a bunch of fake racers just generating data for us to take a look at. We're also going to leave all these settings here, and in another video, I'll show you what all these mean. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is the sound settings, which are available up here in the upper right corner. So with the sound settings, you can turn the volume of the sound effects, the boops, the lap registrations and stuff down or up. You can switch out the voice that you would like to use. So if you want the Microsoft David or the Zero voice, you can kind of preview these.
FastLap 13.4.
Or you can disable it altogether. You can change the volume and the speed at which they speak. So if I turn this down,
FastLap 13.4.
that's a little too slow for us. And based on the voices, how much you might need to crank up this speed. So that's why this dial is here.
FastLap 13.4.
And you might have a lot of racers, so you might need to crank it up even more. So, all right. So this race has been going on in the background, and we can see a whole bunch of race data here. And let's see if we can't find a racer that's on a real good streak. This bottom one's on a streak of 4 right now, but they just ended their streak. But we'll take a look at them either. Anyways, so the demo racer number 6 right here had the longest streak of 4 laps. Their longest streak is 4 laps. And essentially a streak is a consistency. So their lap was within, I think, plus or minus 10% is the default streak of their previous lap. And so essentially what that means is they were consistent until they weren't. And sometimes that's because they just got a new fast lap and it breaks their streak. And sometimes it's just because they're just too fast. And so, or too slow. Sorry about that. Yeah. So there's other data here. You can see their streak lap percentage. So of their 11 laps, 7 of them were fairly consistent, and that gives them 63% consistency. We also display their 3 fastest laps and their transponder ID, and this is the demo racer, so they're kind of funny looking. We also show how far behind the leader they are, and so if they're on the same lap, it will actually display the distance between, or the time between the 2 racers. However, if they're on a different lap, we don't calculate that. Instead, we just show that they're a lap behind. The same goes for the interval, except that just means the racer ahead of them. So this is against P6, position 6 right here. So they're currently 1 lap behind here. Oh, 15, 16, not anymore. And so they'll be 3.2 seconds behind right now. And we also have an average lap time, if you want to know that. And you can compare these quite simply by opening up 2 of these and seeing that this is a 9.5 versus a 9.6. And 5th place, demo race number 4 just got 5th place, so that's nice.
Finish your lap.
All right, so that's the end of the race. We've taken a look at a bunch of these settings, but we still have a few more. We have this column, which is just the number of laps they've completed. We have this column, which is the time it took for them to complete the race. And we have a fast lap column, just easily accessible, so you don't have to open this up every time to see the fastest laps. And we have the pace. During the race, the pace shows an estimate of how many laps they'll complete. Say you're mid-race. Oh, I should have showed that mid-race. It will show you a guess of how many races or how many laps they'll have at the end of the race. And finally, the status is all of these racers completed the race before it actually said active. And yeah, that's the main features of a race, the main statistics. If you get confused about what the icons mean, you can come down here and it will tell you that this little road icon is just their first lap. A Thunderbolt lightning icon is a fast lap. And this flame right here is a streak lap. And the number next to the flame is the how long the streak was before it was broken. So this person actually had 7 laps, and they were actually on pretty hot laps right here. And so these were pretty consistent laps, plus or minus, I think, 10%. And yeah, so that's basically a race right there. Thanks for watching.